So, we officially had our update on Black Panther 2. And Kevin Feige confirmed we are not recasting T'Challa. We are
Good.
moving on.
Yeah.
And again, I've already seen it. It's everywhere. You guys have probably seen it. It's a split decision. Like I said, whatever they choose to do, they will get equal amount of anger from people from both sides. Like, in my opinion, this was the choice to me. It's,
I'd say this is just outright the correct choice to make.
yep,
People can go on about how other actors have been recast, how movies have rebooted and recast characters and this and that. The fact is, none of them are comparable.
yeah,
The only one that can kind of get close to is Joker. But hey, the Joker recast isn't in that same franchise.
exactly.
It isn't in a currently ongoing story being told, and I suppose the cultural impact of Joker was pretty massive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like the impact Boseman had far outweighed any of those other ones.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Like, yes, Joker was massive, like the Heath Ledger version. Chadwick Boseman was bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as he says in the thing, you know, he transcended that role and everything about Black Panther that came before it. Like, that is true. No one can argue with that. To just outright go, yeah, R.I.P. Boseman, cool. Here's another guy. Like, that is disrespectful to Boseman.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's as simple as that. So, to outright say, like, no, we're not doing it, and they're not going to be digitizing anything, no, good.
To me, this was the choice. This is what I think they should have done from the beginning. I'm glad they're doing it. They're clearly going to pass on the mantle. That's more or less what he confirmed. Somebody else is becoming Black Panther. And the thing is, like, we're going to have to see how do they move on past. Like, so he's passing away between films. That's sort of what's happening. And, man, that's going to be... Oh, that's the tough one,
Honestly,
right?
it's going to be rough. If I was Ryan Coogler, I'm 100% certain Marvel has gone, treat this as a therapy session.
Yeah.
This is therapy for you. It's therapy for the audience. It's closure for you. It's closure for the audience. Now, you know, people are going to be like, oh, but it's too early to give Shuri the title. That's precisely why you do it.
Yeah.
Or they don't. Technically, they don't have to.
No, they don't have to. It's just purely a hypothetical example. Like, Shuri's the obvious one, right? She's part of that family. She's in line for the throne. She's the obvious one to do. Therefore, hypothetically, naturally, you do it. People saying it's too early. Well, that's exactly why you tell that story that way. It's like, oh, but are we just going to start off with a funeral? Well, yeah, he died suddenly. No one knew apart from like 3 people that he had this thing in real life.
Yeah.
So therefore, you put that, you make the film as close to reality as possible. You have the sudden death, you have the characters dealing with it, then you have them moving on. And then that way the audience is instantly related to it, and you move on with the characters. That is how you handle this movie.
And that's the thing, if they choose to, which I assume the film will, because they're moving past it, they're going to have to, like, mourn the loss of T'Challa.
Yeah.
That can be huge for this film.
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, new actor that's going to get so much backlash. You're now T'Challa. Here you go. Take this payday.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Say also, like, just the whole like choice to recast or whatnot. Why would you ever want to put that on someone?
Yeah. Yup.
How do you do that?
And again, the Ledger situation is not valid. I'm sorry. Ledger was not recast for the third Batman film. If you remember, WB...
No, he wasn't. They changed the script, yeah.
Yeah, WB wanted him to be in the courtroom scene, and they replaced him with Scarecrow because no one was like, I'm not doing this. What is wrong with you? And then a new iteration of the character. If the MCU was rebooting Black Panther or doing something...
Fair enough.
Sure. But not, like... No. Like... And it's not the same
it's
as...
apples and oranges.
Right, and some people have brought up, well, they replaced War Machine and Hulk. Yeah, but they're alive.
I was going to say, one was because of tax and one was because of money.
Yeah, so...
Like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, Tristan, what's your entire take on this? Like...
It's It's really hard because for casuals who don't know or like on the fence is that T'Challa is Black Panther. There's no going around that. No matter what they tried before, they want people wanted T'Challa to be Black Panther. They tried other characters taking up the mantle, didn't pan out. And with this situation, it's pretty unique because you technically you can recast T'Challa as another actor, but you don't know if the audience will take to it or say it's in bad taste because it's their opinion. They can have that opinion if they want to, and also with higher ups, they probably wouldn't want to. Now, from this, all this situation where they're alluding to, yeah, we're not gonna, recast a child, someone else is gonna be it. That's where where the obvious choice would be Shuri, but with what's going on with with the actress recently, not so sure. Yeah, not so sure about that. And then, people are like, well, who can be it? And then for other people, for a short time in the comics, there was another person to be Black Panther. He was a New Yorker. I don't know why they gave him the name Casper, but yeah, he was for a very short time a Black Panther. Don't know if they're gonna go with that or they're gonna go with a completely new character.
Why? Let's say they take on board everything that Atisha writes down. They're kind of like, yeah, we don't need this like anti-vaxxer, anti-trans actress leading our Black Panther franchise, and everyone's trying to move on from a bad bit of news. What if they go in Baku?
Yes,
I wouldn't be against it.
Name me one or anyone say they didn't like M'Baku in that.
Yeah, he was fun and charismatic. They would like it. Him learning to be more humble.
Yeah. And like he kind of had not the exact Shuri personality, but it's that more. He was the more jokey one. Like, oh, we're gonna eat your kids. No, sorry, we're vegan. Yeah. Like, he has that element to him.
If it's not him and not Shuri, the only one I would expect is like another member of the Dara Milaje. They could do it that way.
Yeah, you could do. What's her name? Who's the other one?
There's Nakia.
That's Nakia, yeah.
Yeah, you could do her. You could do really anything here, but I want to see what they do.
There's several choices.
Yeah. God, yeah. Like, it's one of those things. Yeah.
That's why it's like it's really hard to make a decision on everything that happened. It's just, especially for Black Panther as an IP, just having like one bad thing after another bad thing happen when they're trying to recoup everything.
It's had a rough 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I think like on Twitter it's like, no, not Black Panther, don't do this. It's like, what is you guys doing?
I say that's got to be why people went probably more off at Letitia Wright than anyone else. It's like, no, you were supposed to take this over. Don't do this to us now.
Yeah.
It's only been like 2 months since it happened. 3 months.
Right. Yeah. And then, people were like saying, resurrect Michael B. Jordan, have him be that, and then
sure.
You know what?
Even that, as I would accept that for having.
Could you imagine if they multiverse and T'Challa in the other universe was actually played by Michael B. Jordan? They're like, here you go. It's like, oh what?
Sure, why not?
Dude, that'd be wild. And I mean,
for all we know, he didn't die. He could have just easily passed out. T'Challa's like, I know you wanted to be like buried in the ocean. I ain't doing that. I apologize. You're going in a queue. We're going to give you a bead. You're going to go in a freezing pod.
You honestly could.
Easily sold.
And that story could literally write itself into something good because he wakes up, he realizes what T'Challa done and did during the war and all that and the blip and everything. And he's like, if I was a leader, I probably would not have done this and we would have lost. So I'm going to be a better man because T'Challa passed away. That's a redemption story. That could work to so much benefit.
It also it fits with the theme of no one wants someone else to be Black Panther.
Yep.
No one wants another guy to be that person, that character.
No.
Everyone wanted the one person to be that, and we got it, and we don't have it anymore. So you can kind of, again, it writes itself like that.
when somebody sent me that video that I had no idea what it was of the Marvel Studios Black Panther intro, like I just got a message like, "Hey, watch this. What do you think?" And I was like, "Oh, what the hell is it?" Because I usually hate clicking them. And it started playing like it's the Marvel intro, all right. And then I realized that it was.
And it hits.
And dude, it hit me, and like this wave of sadness, and like it was when we saw the Stan Lee thing all over again. I was like,
yeah.
Dude, my heart just sank. I was like, I can't imagine. Like it's yeah.
It's
and
tough.
You know Black Panther 2 is opening with that, and it's gonna have like a in loving memory or something and a picture of him. It's gonna be like, no, it's gonna hit you straight away. Like it's inevitable. So
yeah, they'll remind you why this movie is gonna do the things it's gonna do.
Yep.
And it's gonna be very on the nose is a bit of a negative term to use, but I think it's probably the best one. It's going to be on the nose as to exactly what it's set out to do.
Yeah.
I don't think Coogler's going to pussyfoot around with exactly how this movie's going to go. And at the end of the day, whatever he decides, like I got my opinion, like everyone's got their own opinion on how this movie should go and who should be Black Panther and whatever. At the end of the day, I've got full faith in Ryan Coogler to do what's right.
Yep.
Whatever he thinks is right is the right direction this movie's got to take.
I guarantee you, Marvel gave him the option to walk away if this was too much for him. I guarantee you.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And he's probably like, "No, guys, I will do this because I want to." Like it's, and
So let me just get over the fact that I just literally finished the script first.
Yeah,
this was just done. Why? Now I got to redo it again.
Yeah. So
yeah. It sucks. It's a bad situation. There's no easy road out for them. But I mean, whatever Cougar.
Even like gave it a new release date, right? Like it has a release date now. Like
did they date it again yesterday?
I believe so. It's coming in what 2022?
Oh yeah, because it's filming in July, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, that's right. Yeah, which it's just wild. It's like, man, he's like. I would not have climbed out of that hole that quick.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, there's no way. I'd have been in there for at least until July.
Right.
Like, I ain't looking at no damn script.
Yeah. So, I guess that's the decision they made. You guys can, of course, always let us know in the comments how you feel about it. And